Donation to Niger Republic. National Assembly told to impeach Buhari immediately. The Conference of Nigerian Political Parties, CNPP, has berated the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari-led government for donating vehicles worth 1.14 billion to neighboring Niger Republic. Daily Post recalled that the Nigerian government, through the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, confirmed that President Muhammadu Buhari approved the purchase and donation of vehicles worth 1.14 billion to Niger Republic to address its security challenges. Have we taken care of our own? Have we addressed the one facing us, bedeviling us? Ahmed confirmed this to reporters shortly after the executive meeting on Wednesday. According to her, it is to aid Niger in the acquisition of some operational vehicles. They don't have money. They don't have resources to purchase their own. We're taking care of another person's headache, leaving our own stomach ache. She argued that even though Nigerians have the right to question the rationale for such donation, Buhari, who approved the purchase, also has the right to make his own assessment of situation and act accordingly. My own question is, from all this story we have not heard that this thing was presented to the National Assembly. Did he act alone? Did he have the right to spend that kind of money without recourse to the National Assembly for approval? That is where we should be going to, and that is where the answer should be coming from. Reacting to the development, the CNPP, in a statement signed by its Secretary General, Willie Ezugu, and made available to Daily Post, he called for President Buhari immediate impeachment. The CNPP urged the National Assembly to waste no time in impeaching the president for funding a foreign country under the guise of improvement in our security logistics, but failed to tackle insecurity at home, saying that the vehicles in question were not security patrol vans but executive SUV jeeps. The 6 weeks ultimatum issued to Mr. President to tackle internal security should be cut short immediately, as the Senate must now reconvene as a matter of urgency to commence the impeachment proceedings without further delay, the 6th MPP demanded. Secondly, at the height of insecurity in the country, a contract to supply the 10 units of Toyota Land Cruisers was awarded while the Nigerian police lacked operational vehicles and other necessary equipment to carry out internal security operations. Today, the military, which traditionally had no business with internal security, have been drafted to deal with ordinary unarmed protesters when we have police units that were trained to manage riotous crowd in civil manner. Despite the harsh economic reality in Nigeria, the president is also funding the economic interest of the same foreign entity through the 1.96 billion 284-kilometer rail project connecting Kano in Nigeria to Maradi in Niger Republic. The CNPP therefore call on all Nigerians to take note of the level of insensitivity and maladministration of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC federal government and do the needful in 2023, as the country cannot survive another 80 years of an All Progressive Congress government from next year, the statement added. Daily Post reports that Academic Staff Union of Universities on February 14 embarked on strike to press home its demand for a better welfare package, revamping of the nation's educational sector, among others, a situation that has forced many Nigerian students to be at home, worried by the lingering industrial dispute. President Muhammadu Buhari had on July 19 instructed the Minister of Education, Adamu, to provide a solution to the challenges and report back to him in 2 weeks' time. This is after 2 weeks and nothing has happened. It's after 2 weeks and nobody has been called to question. Well, the approval, how did it happen? That is one thing for me. The kind of money that Mr. President spent on those vehicles, was it unilaterally approved by him? Was it a joint decision or the Federal Executive Council? Does he have the power to spend that kind of money without recourse to the National Assembly? Those are the issues we'll be asking. Yes, this thing has come to the fore, but there are people that are in government who approve. At what point was that decision taken? Because they are making reference that this was done in January. How come we're just hearing about it? The government today has shown definitely that they are insensitive to what is happening in this country. They want to take care of another nation at the detriment of their own nation. This is not the best, and this is not how nations are run. There's no way that we can be taking care of another country when we are lagging behind, where we are suffering in so many areas. The government of APC should better sit up and do the needful. The errors that they have committed, they still have the grace of so many, another 8 or 9 months to start correcting them now. Otherwise, they have lost out already. People are not happy with the party. They are not happy with what they are doing, and there's no way anybody will support this kind of thing. When you are in an issue, you are in a problem, and you are taking care of another nation's problem. Imagine if that kind of money was given to us, what will have happened today? Will they have called off their strike? Imagine if this was deployed into one security apparatus in Nigeria, what will we be singing, what will we be talking about? If this has been given, deployed to the states and around our borders to fix those porous borders with security equipment, what will we be talking about? We should be thinking before even talking. We should be thinking before spending this money. We are saying we are not money, we are borrowing. And at the end of the day, the borrowing, what we are borrowing for? We are borrowing to even pay debt. We are borrowing to take care of our nation, another nation. If these resources, this 1.4 billion, 1.14 billion, if we deploy to our nation, that's something that this thing will have addressed. There's something this thing will take care of. But here we are, the government just feel they can spend anyhow. And there's this notion that because Buhari has a link with Niger, that is why he's doing all this. Well, what is your opinion about this? Is this spend a judicious one, or is just a waste of Nigerian resources? Kindly make your opinion known as a subscribe to my channel. Thank you and be blessed.